Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having fun in your week. Let me know what you're up to. I love to hear all what you're up to. So, I'm sticking with a smaller canvas. I am using an A3 size canvas. So, these are the canvases that I'm going to use for a few techniques. You might have seen some that I've done already. But I'm going to use a violet and purple colour palette with a couple of metallics. I'll take you down to see those, and as we go throughout the tutorial I'll talk about the technique that I'm going to do. So can you guess which one I'm going to do this week? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Let's see what we can create. Okay, so let me show you the canvas first. So it's a size A3 and I'm using the Loxley Ashgate brand. It's already double primed, so the canvases come ready primed. I don't need to do anything else. You can see it's all stapled on the back. They're my canvases that I'm going to use. So the colour palette, I'm going to use a range of these colours. They might not be in every single creation that I'm going to do in this series, but I am sticking with the purple and violet theme. So you can see I've got Arteza, the Pearl Lilac, and I've got all the other colours here. I've got the Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, I've got the Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet Light, and the Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet. So they're the main part of the colour palette, the violets and the purples. And then the two metallics that I'm going to use are by Pebeo Studio Acrylics, the Iridescent Precious Gold and the Iridescent Silver. So I will list all of those in the description box just so you can see them. That's going to be my colour palette. Let me just show you a close-up. So they're the colours. That's the canvas. Let me show you the colours all mixed up. So I am using a pouring medium. I'm using O-Troll by Floetrol. I'm using some water and I'm using the paint. So for all of these, the ratio is 1 part paint, 1 part water, 3 parts pouring medium. So that's for each of these colours, and you can see that when they run off the spatula, they do leave a little bit of a trace and then it disappears. And that's the same for all of these colours. Runs off the spatula, leaves a little bit of a trace and then just disappears. And that's the consistency that you're looking for. Almost like, I guess, describe it as like runny honey. Just goes off the spatula and disappears. For all of these colours. So they're all my colours mixed up. So the ratio 1-1-3, 1 part paint, 1 part water, 3 parts pouring medium. My canvas is there ready and my colour palette is here. Let's go. So first of all, I'm going to layer the paint in this cup and I'm going to do a straight pour onto the canvas. So I'm now going to take the cup and I'm literally going to tilt the cup to allow the paint to escape from the cup onto the canvas. Just a straight pour, and then I just decide to go from side to side to help the rest of the paint escape from the cup. And then once I've done that, I'm going to add just a little bit more paint into the centre. I'm going to take the gold and I'm just going to tip the gold directly in the middle. I'm not adding too much but I know that I want some more gold within this creation. I'm also going to take the silver and do exactly the same. So before I do any tilting, I'm going to add the cell activator to create the cells and lacing. So I'm going to swipe using this lamp black mixed with Australian Floetrol. And I'm just going to do a couple of swipes over this puddle of paint. My cell activator is 1 part paint to 4 parts Australian Floetrol. When I swipe, I'm not applying too much pressure. I'm literally allowing the palette knife to touch the surface area of the paint that's already on the canvas, and then I just drag it in the direction that I'm swiping. So not too much pressure, but just enough to help drag that paint across the canvas itself. So now it's about opening up this pattern and this design. And I'm going to use the volume of paint I've already got on this canvas. I'm going to tilt it from side to side to cover the full surface area of the canvas. And when I'm ready, I will push the paint down the edges, down the sides, and then bring it back on itself. I've got enough volume of paint here for this canvas, and I'm really enjoying demonstrating how you can use various techniques on smaller canvases. And don't worry, all that paint that you can see on my table is going to feature in a future creation. I will scrape all of that up and it's going to create a gorgeous colour. So stay tuned to see if you can spot when I use this in a future video. So when you're tilting, just be aware of the composition of the creation itself, the composition of that pattern. You're looking for where you want those colours to really feature. So I do have a lot of gold in this one, and I really want to ensure that I cover the full surface area, but also encourage a showcasing of the block colour and those cells. And don't be scared to just put them on the stands, step back and have a look. So once I've tilted the canvas, I'm going to lay it down and I will show you a close-up of the wet version and the dry version so you can see how those paints have worked together and some of those patterns and details in closer versions. So you can see here some of those cells and how all those colours have worked really well together. I've really enjoyed working with a purple and lilac colour palette, but using those two metallics, that gold and that silver, really helps all those other colours pop as well. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. That really helps me reach new people across YouTube who might be interested in the work that I do. So a big thank you in advance for doing that. I'm going to leave you now with a close-up of the dried version. You can see all those colours there and all those gorgeous cells too. A big thank you to each and every one of you for joining me week on week. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your encouragement and all of your love. and I really hope I get to see you again in the next video. Have a great week, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I really hope you're having fun with whatever you're doing creatively too. See you soon. Bye.